So Shayne's on vacation. So I decided to take a little vacation for myself. I'm going to the beach after I got off my cruise, and I'm bringing my best friend, Angela Giorgiani's.
And what a vacation it is, gal.
Cheers, honey.
Cheers. Oh, my God. The boys are away so the girls can play.
Oh, and play in the sand. We're going to dip our toes in the sand. We're going to swim naked under the moonlight. We're going to call all the witches, and we're going to speak to Satan.
Yes. Smosh mouth at the beach.
Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to Smosh Mouth. Shayne is on vacation, and so we decided to have a little fun.
You deserve to have fun.
Yeah.
You need a break, too.
Man, I'm under his thumb. Am I right, girl?
What do you mean by that?
We'll unpack that later. So I'm drinking a gin martini with a little bit of dry vermouth and no lemon peel because the bartender said we're out.
Okay, and we love these people at the Hyatt. They're great. I'm drinking what we call a gamer martini, and it's got a Nerf in it.
So it's just a martini with a Nerf in it?
It's water with a Nerf.
Oh, and I love it. That's gorgeous.
Yes.
So I decided the only person that I would want to go on vacation with is Angela.
That's really kind. I mean, you and I have shared a hotel room at VidCon.
Oh, yeah, we have.
But we haven't gone on a proper vacay.
No.
Are you, I'm pretty wild on vacations. I hate to say it.
What do you like on vacations?
I'm like no responsibilities, no timeline. Do you like, because there are some people that like an itinerary on vacations.
No. I don't like an itinerary. I like a few things planned. A few things planned that like I want to see, like, ooh, cool restaurant.
Yeah.
Fun little place that is famous, kind of.
Oh, you like to sightsee?
No, like a couple times. I don't really like super touristy things though.
Really?
Yeah.
You're one of those people that likes to see what the place is.
I want to see the city.
Yeah.
At least in my vicinity.
Yeah.
I want to see like the little town, but I'd prefer to stay close and just like explore what's around me rather than like you'll never see me on a tour bus.
See, I rip a tour bus up.
What?
They're so fun. And there's always a tour guide that's just giving. And they're like, to your left, Constantinople. And then you're like, wow, I didn't
watching
know.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding right now. Wait a second. But they're so long and so hot.
I was going to say, yeah, my brother is like you. He likes to do like the norm, like he likes to go to a coffee shop in like the town.
That's what I love.
We're in. Yeah, I like the big stuff. I like the big like touristy stuff. It's fun.
Really?
It's fun to go to like a wax museum.
Oh, I would avoid that at all costs.
Or Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Oh, do they have that in Constantinople? Okay, so Angela's more of the touristy person, so we're going to have to work this out. You know what?
Okay.
You can't always travel with people.
Hey, but there's a body of water, and we're hanging out by it.
That's right. So I will say my favorite thing to do, I could be by water all day. I could be on the beach all day long.
Question, pool or beach?
Beach.
Can
Hundo.
you be by the pool all day?
Yes.
Yeah, same.
Can I be by the beach all day? Yes.
Yeah.
But when the sun goes down, you got to go.
You got to go. You
Like,
have to get out of there.
You watch the sunset and you immediately pack up the moment it dips into the ocean.
Oh my gosh, being by a beach all day or a pool all day, then it's like 5 o'clock and it's like, oh, wow. And then you go take a good shower.
A good shower and you're a little bit sunburnt. You're like,
Yes.
didn't apply, didn't turn.
It feels like you're cleaning out your air fryer.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, and you're just like washing it down, and then you go to dinner, and you and you look a little like
You look a little red.
you look a little.
You're in your
red.
cute little sundress,
Yeah.
but you look a little lobster. You look a
And
little red.
You're in like a little sundress with like disgusting flip flops.
Yeah. Are flip-flops okay to wear?
Most people love them. I despise them.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I just think they're disgusting. And that might just be because.
Tell me. Let's dig into that.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it is. I think a long time ago I said on the channel that I think when men wear flip-flops with jeans.
Oh, horrendous.
Yes.
Horrendous.
Yeah, and then Luke was like, whoops. And And I was like, I'm sorry, it's just my pet peeve. And I think that has spilled over to now me not liking, I like sandals.
No, sandals are great, but flip-flops with the jeans that kind of bunch up at the end and go a little bit over so you just see the little dogs out. Yeah. Those are...
And I'm on vacation. I don't want to see those dogs.
What year is that from? That feels like...
Yeah, it feels like...
feels good to have the sunglasses right on the tip of my nose.
It feels like Lauren Conrad, The Hill.
LC?
2005.
Yes.
It's vacation and we're talking LC.
That's the whole episode. No, the whole episode is we're going to talk about, our guilty pleasures, things that we love, vacation, and other things that we love that we do on vacation.
Because I will say, being an adult on vacation is different. Because you grow up going on a vacation as kids if you have the pleasure.
Yes.
And that's a whole other ballgame.
Yes.
Being on vacation with my family, it was just me and my brother, like, absolutely can't even look at each other in the eye. And it's like, I'm stuck with you in this hotel room. Yeah, and my parents, yeah. And then we're like in the pool and we're like ignoring each other, just swimming on our own.
What? That makes me so sad.
Yeah, my brother and I, like, we're besties now. But, like, growing up, I think, like, we're 2.5 years or 3.5 years apart. And for some reason, it was just not enough. Like, it wasn't further enough apart and it wasn't close enough together. Does that make sense in age range?
That makes sense.
So it was always just like, I was like almost a teen and he was in his preteen era and we were just like just not getting along ever.
That, honestly, that kind of makes sense. I felt lucky because I had 3 sisters, but we were always tapered off. It was always like 2 and 2. So either one year I was closer to my little sister or one year I was close to my middle. And then the oldest one was just more like free and doing whatever she wanted.
Oh my God.
So that was my vacation with sisters.
Vacationing as kids is crazy. I remember there was like, it would be like, it was always just some weird, bad resort. That was it. We never went to like Turks and Caicos. It was always like an hour out. We're going to get in the car and we're going to go to this resort. And my mom loves all the bars there. They have great bars.
Yeah.
At this one resort, there's a poolside bar and the bar by the hotel.
Swim up pool bar?
No, I'd never been to one of those. But I remember it was like...
It
was
sounds fancy, but it's actually not.
I've never been. So it was always just a bunch of Hyatts. And every once in a while, there'd be like a slide at this Hyatt. Cool, right? And then we would go, and then it would be like, okay, tonight the Hotel Kids Club is projecting Finding Nemo onto a screen in front of the pool. And I remember being like, I could be in the pool and watch a movie at the same time.
Wait, so how long were you in the kids club? Like, did your mom drop you off at the kids club immediately?
I was at the kids club for a while.
Okay. So your mom was also on vacation.
Because that's what it is. Vacation is them bringing their kids.
Yeah.
And them finding a way to talk their kids into just like going away.
Going away. That's what we did. I would swim in the pool until my whole body was wrinkled.
And then your mom, where is she?
Oh,
where's your mom?
She's reading.
Where is she?
She's ripping through romance novels or crime novels, ripping through them, doesn't even look up to notice if you're alive or not. And then she's having a cocktail and then she's having dinner and then that's it.
And my dad's always like, whatever your mother wants. Whatever your mother wants. We're going to brunch. Whatever your mother wants.
I guess that was kind of my dad. But my mom was also a diver, so she would be up at like 6 a.m. scuba diving. And so it was always like with our dad. And then all hell broke loose.
Why?
Because my dad was like, you can get whatever you want. And with my mom, she was like, you get one treat a day. It's either a soda or ice cream. Choose. I always chose Shirley
And you have beads in front of your face.
And I had beads. And this makes me sound f***ed up.
No, you didn't.
And it also makes me sound rich, but I swear to God, my mom would bid on vacations. She would she would like get crazy deals. She would also open a bunch of credit cards and like get all these miles.
Oh, there was a period of time where my mom, still to this day, every time we go on a trip as a family with our cousins or just us, there's always a booze cruise one day. Which is a weird-ass, disgusting boat.
How do children get on that?
A disgusting boat, okay, that hasn't been cleaned in years.
Yeah, of course not.
And we got a Groupon or something.
There's throw up on it.
Yeah.
A Groupon.
And you go there before the sunset. And the whole idea is that you're on a boat during the sunset, right? And it's always awful.
Do they have quote unquote dinner?
No, never that. It's always just drinks out of a cooler. Because then the sun goes down, boat pulls right back up, and then you leave. It was like it's a quick like hour and a half to just see the sun. And then there's this disgusting cooler, and they're like, "What do you want, a Shirley Temple?"
They're like, "Get the kid a fucking soda."
Yeah. Oh.
Wow, booze cruises.
Yeah, and then I remember we did one in Hawaii, and I got so nauseous because this boat just.
Do you get seasick?
I think it was. I think I get nauseous easily. So if the boat is moving, I got to take a Dramamine or something.
Whoa.
Yeah. But that thing I was hurling on the side of this boat.
Oh, poor baby.
And I was like 16. You don't want to be on vacation with your family.
No, because when you turn 16, let me tell you, it's the type where you put in your headphones that are connected to your fucking iPad Nano or whatever the hell it's called.
Kelly Clarkson.
And you walk down the beach in your bathing suit and you're like, I'm in a music video. I'm the hottest thing to ever walk down the beach.
And then you're wearing like dresses to dinner with Converse.
Yeah. You're wearing dresses and you have little beads in your hair and you're walking down the beach and you're like, I'm literally the hottest thing. And I just picture the old guy just sitting there going like, that girl thinks she's in a music video. You're just staring out in the ocean, but then you like kind of look back at the people and then you look back at the ocean. I would go, Mom, I'm going for a walk. She was like, okay. And I play like the hottest songs. And I was like, I'm in a music video.
I would always go to the gift shop downstairs. I'm like, I'm going to the store downstairs.
I'm an adult now, and I'm going to buy weird little tchotchkes and shot glasses that I'll never use that say Mexico on them. Wow. So we've traveled.
But as an adult, you vacay different. You read?
Yeah.
Do you read?
I love to read.
Like by the pool?
Just on vacation.
Or by the beach?
Both. So I will say vacationing now as an adult is like I'm like, wow, I had it so good back in the day. Like,
oh, really?
It's, for me, I need to be by a body of water, swimming. There needs to be possibly some type of fun, like wine tasting or cool bar. Like one thing booked.
One thing booked.
One thing.
It's like rest with a bow on it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, my mom always wants to kayak. Not restful to me.
Kayaking is fun, but in theory, you're 2 hours out there in the ocean. Your arms want to fall off, and you don't see a single dolphin fin.
Not fun. Not fun.
No. Okay. Yeah. And what else?
But I'm reading. So yeah, as an adult, I like to read by a body of water.
Ditto.
Sleep in. I like a brunch. Call me crazy.
Oh, not me.
I like a hotel brunch. No.
Oh, well, I like a coffee.
Oh, but you're just going straight to the body of water.
No, that's not true. Not true at all. I like a coffee.
You like a coffee?
And a little, you know what I do? A little Euro trip. Don't watch that movie. I do a little coffee and like a little croissant, a little something.
Gorgeous. A little cookie for breakfast.
Yeah, a little cookie or like a little, And then I go straight to the body of water. I set up, I get my seat. I save my seat.
Oh, you're one of those.
I'm horrible. I put my towel and my sunscreen. And I'm like, do not take this seat. This is mine.
Oh, she's one of those.
That's because when you come from the East Coast and you go to the beach, you know how the East Coast only has 3 months of fun? Ever?
Yeah.
People set up camp at the beach like hours before.
It does feel like sometimes I'll go to the beach and I'll see a woman who looks like she's been there for 15 years.
That's my mother.
And it's like a motherboard.
Yeah. That's my mom and older sister. They'll set up, so I'm going home, and they'll go, all right, Manny, you got to get up at 6 a.m. and drop 10 chairs at the beach. And I go, 10 chairs? They go, yeah. You put the 10 chairs in a circle, and you do 2 umbrellas. Make sure you're right by the water, but not too much for when the high tide comes in and washes you away. And then you go there, and people are pissed. They're like, that was my campsite.
Yeah, you're right. It gets crazy early in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, books.
Books, yeah. So you're reading. I was on vacation. I went on a vacation. What I like to do now is my family, when we go visit family, that's not a vacation.
No, that's not a vacation.
And that's for the listeners at home. When you become an adult and you think, oh, I'll still vacation. I don't have a lot of money. I'm in my early 20s. I'll use my vacation time with my parents will pay for it and we'll all go together. That's not a vacation.
It's not a vacation.
Because now you're an adult, right? And you don't live with your parents, if this is the case, right? If you're not with your parents all the time, when you go home, it's different. You're putting in the work.
You are there for their sanity and their comedy.
Yeah.
You are there to help them, save them, and do whatever they ask of you.
Truly, when you become an adult, if you live with your parents or not, you got to take trips by yourself. Or just like, even if it's a drive.
Yeah, solo
like
trips.
you gotta, or just like, because now I'll go with my family. We'll like go visit our family in Florida, and that's
Yeah.
like by a beach. So it looks like a vacation,
But it's not.
but don't let her fool you. Okay? You could sit by a body of water, but don't let it fool you. Mom's gonna come out and go, Angela, it's time to make the charcuterie board for your cousins. And I'm like, oh. Or you think you could wake up early. No. Mom's got the news blasting at a volume I've never heard before.
And they always come in their room and go, the sun's out, just a heads up. Breakfast is up. I think we're going to want to cook breakfast for the rest of the cousins. And I'm like, I'm asleep. It's 6 a.m. I'm on vacation.
Yes.
Why do they get so stressed out?
Oh, and at about 3 p.m., some other type of monster comes out of my mom, and she goes, snacks! I'm going to put out a bowl of snacks!
Yeah, it's like they're constantly catering an event for the whole trip.
Yeah, truly. And it's like, we can sit. We can really sit. Oh, she'll bring out a plate of cookies right before dinner. And I'm like, woman,
Why?
You have to relax.
Wait.
You have to relax. So now I go on trips. I've decided every year on my birthday, I like to go out of town.
Yes.
And that's for me.
Yes.
The summer is for the mother. And then for my birthday, I like to go out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so smart. For my birthday, I also like to go out. And also, what's great is we live in California and we can take trips that are close.
Yeah, we're really, really blessed.
We're really, really blessed.
Yeah, it's really nice. So this year I went for my birthday with my friends. We went to Hawaii. And yes, it was really nice, but I brought quite a lot of books.
And
the book, so I brought like
what's your genre of book on the beach?
yeah, so I go through phases. There was a phase in my life where I was like working a really bad day job, and I was going through those romance novels like a crazy person.
The romance novels are the best thing to read on the beach.
See, but then what worked for me, I brought a romance novel, I brought like a self-help, like confidence book or whatever the fuck.
Did you open it once?
No.
Of course.
And then I brought a book about Ted Bundy. That I ripped through on the trip.
So here's, if you listeners don't know this already, Angela and I connect on a deep soul level, but we also connect on our kind of obsession with true crime.
We're true crime girlies.
We're true crime girlies, and what I read on the beach, I'm reading something called Postmortem. Sounds wrong, and it is. It's one of 20. And it's this coroner's journey. So
oh my God!
the thing is, it doesn't go into
beachside.
detail. It doesn't go into detail. Hear me out. It's PG rated. It's PG-13. Okay. I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear about cutting in at people. But it's
their journey.
It's she's a detective, but not right. She's a detective
does
in
that
the
mean?
coroner sense.
So
All she has
does,
is the body. Okay. Yeah. So. So I read this on the beach, or I read, some fucking romance bullshit, or like witch stuff.
Yeah.
I love Alice Hoffman,
Okay,
who wrote
fun.
Practical Magic.
Yes.
But you and I connect so much on this.
Yeah.
And when did we figure this out that we both love true
Yeah.
crime?
I think it was earlier on, because it's like when we are hanging out not on camera, we're talking like our podcasts.
Yep.
Or, like, I don't like listening to comedy podcasts. I don't like reading like funny books. Like I like, for some reason, and that's a whole thing. Like there's a
whole
huge community of like, there's so many true crime podcasts of just like women talking about disgusting shit.
It's true. Also,
I don't know what it is.
I kind of want to touch on that for a second. So as we're both comedians, I always felt really guilty that I didn't listen to a lot of comedy or watch a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
I know why I don't as much.
Yeah.
Why do you?
You go first.
It can sometimes stress me out
Yeah.
because it almost feels like you're working.
Yeah.
Unless it's a comedy that actually surprises me, and I find that that's really like British comedy.
Yeah.
Then I'm enjoying it. But I struggle to put on comedy or listen to comedy. But I don't struggle at all to watch horrible
Like,
true
what is
crime documentaries.
Yeah, what the heck is it?
I don't know.
But here's the thing. So I know this for you too. Like I watch, like there are so many comedies, shows, movies, everything where it's like, that's groundbreaking, that taught me, that's like inspiration to me. I'm like pulling from that. That's, you know what I mean? Like really, like I watch comedies, right?
Yeah, of
and
course.
it's like you watch like the old sketches and you're like, wow, and you love it. I enjoy it. But when I'm turning off,
That's what it is. It's when I'm turning off.
it's kind of like, honestly, here we go. Here's a little gamer stuff.
Oh, fun.
Learning about the games from like Shayne and Spencer. It feels like there are some games that are super intense.
Yes.
And then there are other games. Like I just heard my roommate plays this game where she's just a cat, like on in the alleyways. What's it called? Stray. And she's like
called Stray?
and you're just a stray cat, right? And it's like, and it relaxes her. So that's what I think it is. There's like a difference between like really high concept stuff where like when I'm watching comedy, I can't blink because I'm like, oh my God, I love this so much. And I'm like, I'm
working.
It's like if I watch Veep, for example, I'm like,
I love Veep.
I'm
so
obsessed
much.
with it. But like when I get home, I want to like, for some reason, I don't want to blink and I want to stare at a biopsy. I don't know why.
I want to stare at fingerprints. I want to stare at crime scene tape.
We're like cults. Why do I love it?
Okay, I do too. I
Don't get it.
I don't get it either. I think because when I watch comedy, it almost feels like I have to gear myself up to be like prepared. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm going to go down something that I love so much.
Yeah, it's
Whereas,
like yeah.
true crime is so fucked up.
I don't
And you know what I think it is actually? Okay. I think it's that you and I, why we love comedy so much is because we love people and we love how people tick and we love how people operate.
Okay.
And we love why they do things.
Okay,
That is true crime.
okay, I'm literally kind of getting emotional. This is why I also like reality TV because I like
Yes.
real. You're right. It's truth. It's real stuff, right? And it's like why I love watching like cult stuff, like The Vow. Did you watch The Vow?
Of
Or the
course I
NXIVM
watched The
stuff?
Vow.
I was so addicted to that trial too when he went on
Oh
trial.
my God, that was so intense.
The NXIVM trials.
He's just in jail.
Yeah, he
forever.
is. And you know there are people still dancing outside of
I know.
his-
One of his like girlfriends is still dancing out. It's called The Vow. It's about the
The Vow.
NXIVM cult.
Yes, and what is his name? Anyway, we're just gonna butcher all this stuff, but
Yeah, it's fine.
But I don't know what it is. It's just like wow, real life. Like you and I, we always talk about. We love watching these detectives in these interviews, being like, "Yeah, so I woke up at 5, and I feel like that inspires everything."
It kind of inspires me because I'm like, these detectives, which I want to talk about. Remember when we both fell in love with the show Homicide New York? It's like a new
it's a
show
good one.
on Netflix. We've talked about it, but these detectives, it's almost like I want to try to put myself in their shoes.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, so in the South Precinct, and we woke up and we see bodies, and I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 shots.
Oh my God.
Going through, and I'm like, I get to see how these detectives tick. They have the most fucked up job, in my opinion, other than like oil rig divers who are crazy.
Sure, yeah.
Anyways, whoa. They have the most
It's crazy.
insane job. So I want to know, like, I love the first 48.
Oh,
It's a hard one. It's also like a hotel TV one.
It's a hotel TV one, which I love too. I love Forensic Files.
Me too. And their lives, that's why I think we watch true crime. Not just for like the crime. I think it's more about the detectives, the people, the friends, how they cope, how they deal, and how they also like come to the conclusion of solving
It's crazy.
these big crimes. Like you said, you read Ted Bundy.
Yeah. So I'm by the beach.
Yeah.
And here I am. I found out. Did you know this about Ted Bundy?
No?
He grew up, his mom had him at a really young age.
Okay.
So
Always connected
like a
to the
teen
mom.
mom, I believe. I think it was like a teen mom. And his grandparents. So when he started growing up, his grandparents were around, and so was his mom. His grandparents told him that his mom was his sister.
What?
Yes, this is real.
Why?
Because she was so young. I don't understand it. And they were like, we're your parents, the grandparents. And then like once he got older, they were
They're
like,
mad at
that's
the daughter,
actually your
probably.
mom.
That's so messed up.
Yeah. And then I was reading all these psychological reports or whatever about how they think that was like a fundamental like way that he sees women weirdly and differently. And like, it was a crazy thing.
I always feel like that's so interesting because I always feel like with serial killers, it always starts, especially if they're men, which most of
Starts
them
with the
are, it always starts with the mother.
So crazy.
And I'm like, what is that about? Because I do think there's a lot of pressure on a mom, right? But I also think that young boys, either they're a little bit off when they're younger, or they're like in this really crazy situation. It's not an excuse for what they do, but
there's
it's
some.
fascinating.
Yeah. Did you watch Mindhunter? Did you like it?
I watched Mindhunter. Jonathan Groff in Mindhunter.
Incredible.
What?
You liked him?
Went from I love him.
Yes, I thought he was
I
incredible.
love him so much, but it was like the crossover was so weird.
Oh, yeah. It was quite the book. What a... Like,
Wait, I didn't read the book.
No, I meant quite the booking. Like, he booked
Oh,
it.
yeah. Holy
Like,
shit.
Like, what... He had just done the little guy in Frozen. Not the little guy, but the other guy in Frozen. Then does Mindhunter. And is interviewing... Yeah. Yeah, Christoph.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden is interviewing the clown. Who's the clown murderer?
John Wayne Gacy.
Oh,
Did you watch that documentary?
yes, I did.
That one messed me up.
Okay, tell me your favorite murderers.
Oh, God. Well,
Mary kill.
No. Well, what is it?
I'm not doing it.
Okay. John Wayne Gacy made me feel deeply uncomfortable the entire time, and I watched
one's
it just
too
because I needed to finish it.
Oof,
That one was awful. And awful because what also is so psychologically crazy to watch these things is most of these people have insane double lives.
Oh, yes.
He was deep in the community. Yeah. He had a whole life. Yeah. He played a clown at parties.
His shit is the most up.
His shit is so fucked up.
I mean, they're all profoundly up.
They're really, really
and
dark
what do you
sad.
think? Because a lot of people say that, like, especially white women loving true crime is.
I know.
Is
God, are we that? Are we them?
But like, I think knowing the fact that like there are people that indulge in true crime that make it like it's not real, right? And I think acknowledging the fact that that it's real and that those victims and that what happened was sad and knowing that is important, because that's where I think the problem with the true crime girlies is when you make it like it's entertainment.
And also like when people were saying that the Night Stalker was hot, I was like,
it's like
that's wrong.
Yeah, or Ted Bundy too. It's like that's why I like when I watch a true crime doc where the families are given a spot to speak.
Yes,
they show a lot of things about the person.
Yeah. Those are my favorite type of true crime docs.
Where it doesn't feel like the disgusting parts of this are being used for entertainment.
Yeah, like glorified. I didn't watch the remake of Ted Bundy with Zac Efron.
It's rough.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch. I didn't watch it.
I watched it because I just know the case. What's fascinating is he was his own lawyer, which is so theatrical.
Oh,
he fires his counsel
too, of course.
Yeah, and he goes because he was like very, very smart, and he was so charming, and that was what was really freaky about him. So at some point, because he had studied law.
Oh, of course, right.
And he kept telling his lawyer like what to do.
And he was like, it.
I'll do it. So I did want to see how they showed that.
And was it good?
It was cool. Zac Efron is so charming, so it was good casting. At some point, you're like waiting for him to sing "Bet on It," and you're like, "What's happening?" And he's like really doing the most.
Oh yeah.
But the charming parts of Ted, where he's like, "Hey, can you help me with my car?"
Yeah,
they did a great job with that. So
I actually just realized that I struggle to watch adaptations of true crimes that I've already seen. So like the Ted Bundy, I didn't want to watch.
Love them.
I didn't want to watch Dahmer. I watched one episode and I was so
that was hard.
Horrified.
The Dahmer stuff is disgusting.
And I also heard that actor, I forget his name.
The guy who played him.
I do this all the time and I can't do it.
It's okay.
Anyways,
I've seen you do it. Yeah.
Thanks. He struggled. It was a really hard role to get in. Imagine, yes, actors can do a lot, but to get into the mind of a serial killer. But also The Staircase, I couldn't watch that adaptation.
Oh, I watched that adaptation.
But I heard it was...
Okay, so that documentary is actually one of my favorites, I think.
Me too.
I think that and Making a Murderer.
Oh, Making a Murderer was an entire journey. This episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. So Rocket Money actually saved my life because I didn't realize I had so many subscriptions that I completely forgot about that I was still paying for.
Yeah, Rocket Money is awesome for that. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. And I am definitely bad about doing like free trials of things and then completely forgetting about it. When I first downloaded Rocket Money, I was like, oh, I have like several things that I'd forgotten about, some for like a long time. But now I can do those free trials and I can check on Rocket Money to make sure like, oh, I need to cancel that one. Oh, that one, I can keep that one. It's so awesome.
Right. Yeah, the app puts everything there all in one place. It's amazing. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/smoshmouth. That's rocketmoney.com/smoshmouth, rocketmoney.com/smoshmouth.
Back to the show.
Let's go.
I think what I like maybe more than, honestly, as we're talking about this, I think more than crime,
Yeah.
I like the legal stuff too.
too.
I like the lawyers.
I love the court stuff.
Oh, and the second season of Making a Murder when they bring in
That lawyer.
that woman. We should DM her and see if she'll come on TNTL.
Like? No. What would she come out
She'd
as?
be like, I don't represent guilty people because I will figure it out that you're guilty.
Yeah, it's almost like her,
Kathy or something?
it's almost like her voice.
Yes.
It was like she was swallowing each word.
And she would always be like, we're
Was it
going to
Kathy?
test it.
Yeah.
We're going to test it.
And she looks
We
like
bought-
Elvira.
We bought a RAV4.
Yeah.
We bought a RAV4 and we tried to see if the blood splatter would do it. And that's the stuff I'm addicted to. Honestly, this conversation is actually really eye-opening. It's not the
Same.
let's talk about the stab wounds. No, it's like,
No, I don't like that. Even
'cause
though I'm
what-
reading postmortem, but it's not about that.
it's not about that. It's not that.
about that.
It's not about that. But I loved the retelling of the O.J. Simpson trial. Did you like that one?
I did.
With
I did. With Sarah Paulson.
Yes, and who's the guy? Ross from Friends playing
Yeah.
Rob Kardashian.
I was like, oh God.
David Schwimmer.
Yeah,
And they have the
Doug Gooden
kids.
Jr.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And then they have the kids playing the Kardashians.
Yeah,
he's
that
like,
was
"Chloe."
so weird.
Shh.
That was so. I even struggled with that, but I still watched it.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson.
But
right.
Staircase I found really interesting because they had so much footage. That's what's crazy.
They had so much footage, and do you believe the owl theory?
The owl
If you know,
theory.
then you know. If you don't know,
Okay.
then you need to watch
The
the
owl theory.
staircase.
And this is why I loved the retelling. Because the retelling
Oh.
gave an episode for each theory. They gave an episode for, let's talk about the staircase. So it's this man.
Sorry if we're butchering it. It's been
He
a
was an
minute.
author. He was an author.
Yes.
And he was a famous author. And his wife one night fell down the stairs.
They were outside having wine.
having
He
wine.
was a little bit drunk. He, quote unquote, was outside, and she.
And he goes, she said, I'm going to go inside. And he said, I'll be up in a minute. And then he came in like 10 minutes later and she was dead
At the bottom of the stairs.
But what was crazy was the fall is so gruesome
Yep.
that they were like, this couldn't be a fall.
And he had blood splatter in his shorts inside his like short, like where you draw the
But
drawstring.
he grabbed her when he found her at the bottom
Exactly.
of the stairs.
Yes.
But then what was crazy is they found out he wrote about being a veteran, I believe, or something, and he lied about something in his writing. And then he lied because then they found out his last wife
fell down the stairs and died.
had a brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
And that was freaky.
And they found out. How's your hat?
Great.
I had them pin it. And they found out we're wearing big ass sun hats and drinking martinis and have sunglasses if you are only listening, which I realize you probably are because it's a podcast.
Why'd we put this on?
I don't know. This is literally just for the office and us. We're in a full getup.
Yeah.
And they found out that he might be gay and was talking to a man and had a love affair, which was also like possibly
And it was-
another motive.
And I believe it was like God, we're butchering this, and I'm sorry. I think it was the early 90s. So there was a lot of homophobia because they were like, well, he had gay sex, so he hated his wife. And he
Exactly.
was like, no, I'm openly bi, and my wife knew that.
Yeah.
And she allowed that stuff. But then the prosecution just went in.
Went in.
And they were like, no, his wife hated him. He hated his wife, and he wanted his wife dead because he's gay. And it was like,
Correct.
And they just absolutely blew it out of the water.
Correct. And all the kids stood by him. So then they just came up with more insane theories.
Except one kid turned on
Except
him.
one kid turned on him.
And
Do we know why?
well, she was the he wasn't her dad. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, her first mom was killed
Yes.
on a staircase.
On a staircase. So she was like, I think he's
She's
not
like,
who he says he is.
my real mom and my stepmom both died by staircases.
It's
sorry,
It's
what?
literally Literally crazy.
So get into the owl
but what I
theory.
love about the doc is, let's get into the owl theory. The doc is so crazy because for some reason they had dad cams and they were just rolling on the whole thing.
Yep.
They're rolling on him preparing for trial in his house.
In his house.
And you get to watch that, which is so fun.
Yes.
But the owl theory is, so there's a theory that she fell down the stairs and on accident brutally died. And it's so sad.
It's really sad.
And then the other theory is that he pushed her down. And then there's a third theory.
That is so wild. But I kind of was like, huh?
And the
Could
Reddit
be?
page is crazy about it.
Oh, really? There's a Reddit page about this?
Yes.
I'm
And
sure there
it's
is.
that there was an owl that got into the house and attacked her.
No, it wasn't.
Or
It
in front
didn't
of the
get into the house. So as they were by their
Yes, you're
pool,
right,
because
you're
they were pretty rich,
Yes.
she was like, I'm going inside. And they each apparently had like a bottle of wine to each other, their
Yes.
face or whatever.
Yes.
And she's like, I'm going inside. And as she walks to go inside, an owl swoops in and they're silent at night.
They're silent at night.
Big claws swooped in, clawed her head. Owl
Like
clawed.
I'm picturing an animated owl.
You're picturing, yeah, exactly. Me too. It's like, ah!
Yeah.
Clawed the top of her head. And she was like, whoa, what the hell? Don't know why it clawed the top of her head. They're not
And she
known to
walked
claw.
inside and fell.
And she walked inside and went, and fell down in a flight of
And
stairs.
that's why there was so much blood, because the owl had cut skin.
Yes. And also, what's crazy is when she fell down the flight of stairs, she had such puncture wounds in her head, trigger warning, so sorry, that they were like, this can't just be a fall.
Yes. And the owl theory goes so far into the fact that there was someone who looked into all of the blood to look for feathers.
Yeah. Oh,
It was deep.
the
owl
blood
theory.
splatter analysis person, I
Yes.
wanted to do a character on that person, and then I don't know if I did.
My first SNL tape had a blood splatter analyst. And let me tell you, everyone gave me notes and was like,
Kills.
This is bad. This is so bad. I'd be like, the blood. I can't even tell you what the character was. It was so
I
bad.
think that's why we love true crime also, because there's and the staircase, because there's so much trial.
Yeah.
And you do not meet a blood splatter analyst in person.
You don't.
Ever.
You don't meet them at the bar.
You don't meet them at the bar.
You don't.
Even
And
though they're there.
yeah, they're there and they're tired.
Yeah, and they're thirsty.
And it's like they're living on like 2 hours of sleep and they have so much paper.
Yeah, they have so much paper.
So
and
many boxes of paper.
and so many thoughts, and they've done so many blood splatter experiments with fake things.
Yeah, and we don't see that here at Smosh. Everyone's just here in a bright colored hoodie and they're on
Yeah,
their phone on
and they're
Slack.
happy.
It's not like books. And they're like, oh, I have so much paperwork and evidence to go through.
Yes, and they are the best people to watch.
They're just fascinating. But so that owl theory was pretty crazy because also there was another owl attack like down the street.
Wait,
And that's what I think got the people was like someone was attacked by an owl far away. Someone was attacked by an owl like 4 doors down, which is why people were like, she was attacked by an owl.
I think the truth is that people they just don't want to believe that their partner killed them.
Do you believe he did it?
Oh, this is a tough question.
This one, okay, because
This
I
is
have
a tough
I have a
one.
theory on everything. John Bonet, I have a theory on literally every single one, right?
Of course, John Bonet.
I think it's the mother.
I do too.
And that's why I think she died early.
I do too.
Shame. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true. You know what after watching the documentary, I went, no, he didn't do it.
He didn't push her down the stairs.
He didn't push her down the stairs. And then over time, as I mulled it over and talked to other folks, they went, of course he did it.
A lot of people think he did it. Do you think Stephen Avery killed Teresa
No.
Hallback?
No.
This is making a murderer.
No. Making a murderer, I think Stephen Avery is innocent, and I think that his nephew? Brendan Darcy? Darcy?
Brendan Dassey.
It's not Darcy.
Mr. Darcy, yeah.
Mr. Darcy.
Another drink by the pool.
Oh, Pride and Prejudice, also a good book.
Also a good book.
Never read it, but the movie's fantastic.
All adaptations. I think he didn't do it.
I don't think he did it because remember, he got out of jail and then got put back in. I think it was his nephew and the nephew's dad.
And I think it was the police, that whole justice wing in that town hated him.
Oh yeah,
Because
they
he
hated
got all
him.
that money because they caught him for putting him
They
away.
hated him.
So
It was so sad. That documentary was really, really sad.
and it's really sad when they went to his family and the mother of him, she was just slowly just getting older and older. And she was just like, I just want to see him released.
Well, he's still in jail now.
What about Serial? Sarah Koenig?
Wait, the
Anand Syed?
podcast?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
He was released.
He was released as of like I think a year ago.
Yeah, truly. I remember it was like all over.
Serial, I will say, was one of like my first podcasts.
I think Serial was like huge for the true crime community.
Huge, because it was actually working with the families or his family to try to get him out because he was booked on like no evidence.
Yeah. It also feels like we're talking about a podcast that I think NPR did a long time ago. And it felt like that was the first podcast that was like kind of went viral a little bit.
I think it did.
Because people were like, everyone was listening to this podcast.
And they were like, whoa, so this kid went to jail for life because his girlfriend was murdered.
His ex-girlfriend in high
His
school.
ex-girlfriend in high school was murdered. So upsetting. And he went to jail on not a lot of evidence.
Like very, very, very little. And his
Circumstantial.
lawyer was not good.
His lawyer was
that woman,
not good.
She was sick.
Yes.
She like had cancer or something really sad.
Yes.
And she was not doing a good job because Sarah Koenig was like, yeah, we went back and are you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm okay. The glasses kind of hurt my
take 'em
nose.
off.
But it's fine. Oh, I can't take it off. The sun is so bright in here.
You're right. You're right.
Are you kidding me?
It's awesome we're getting a tan right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. SPF 100. Did you know that SPF 50, that's all you need? Anything over 50
What do you
doesn't
mean
work.
that's all I need?
Never mind. I'm not going to talk about sunscreen. That's a touchy subject.
Back to murder.
Back to murder, not touchy. So yes, Serial, exactly. The lawyer wasn't good, and they had no evidence. And also, all of the people who claimed that he was there, or all of them who gave alibis for themselves and him, it was all a lie.
Yeah.
They like found out later.
Yeah. That's what's so fascinating too.
So he
is
got
like-
released.
Yeah. It's like, once I think I've told the story about when my car was stolen on the channel. I have.
Yeah.
But when my car was stolen with dogs inside it, I had to go to court. And I had to be on the witness stand. And I had to say, I didn't give this man permission to drive my car. That's all I had to do on the witness stand. I just had to go up there and say that.
But was it stressful?
I was in my thick true crime girly face. And I was like, I'm going to go stand on the witness stand. And I think I wore a pencil skirt. I don't wear skirts.
You're like, I'm going to need a lawyer to go through all the questions with me so I know exactly what I'm going to have to say.
What am I going to do when the press is outside? And I have to ignore the press. Yes, my lawyer will speak for me. We are happy about this successful trial
But
today.
they didn't give you a lawyer.
No. I literally just went up there and they're like, did you give this man permission to drive your car? And I went, no.
And
I
then
went,
you
"You're
look at the
dismissed." And I
jury
was
and
like,
you're like, you've got to believe me.
No jury. Not even that. And I was just like, is that it? You don't want to talk to me about my life?
Trust me, you don't want to be on the stand.
God.
Did you watch The Jinx?
I have not seen season 2 yet.
Whoa.
Okay.
What are we going to discuss?
Oh, there's so many others.
Well, if you haven't seen season
Yeah.
2 of The Jinx, you must watch it because it is all about dismantling Robert Durst's closest friends in his circle, and they're all on the stand.
this is the most you look like a 45-year-old woman I've ever seen.
Shayne's gonna go, I went on vacation and you guys got old.
You guys just, what did you do?
Well, when you put on a sun hat and you wear your sunglasses low, you get old.
I have to watch The Jinx. I really have to catch
Yeah.
up on that one. What do you think Shayne's reading on vacation?
Oh, he's probably finishing Courts of Roses of and Thorns.
He's probably got a whole box of books.
Oh, he rips through books.
Ugh.
And like not like turn your brain off books. Like he rips through like solid good books.
And he's probably watching books, reading movies. He's probably doing. He feels like a productive guy on vacation.
Yeah, I think
like
he
he
is.
feels like someone who goes to the gym on vacation.
Oh no.
Do you think so?
Does he do that?
I don't know. I'm
Let me tell
guessing.
you.
I've never been on vacation with Shayne.
I don't go to the gym on vacation. You know those people that work out in the hotel gym? I tried it once. First of all, they're the size of a bathroom, which is fine, but there's nothing you can do.
If you're someone listening right now and you're a fitness on vacation person,
Good for you.
good for you, but also be free. No one's watching.
Congratulations.
Be free. Oh,
Excellent.
nothing sucks more than on your way to the pool walking by the hotel gym. And you're like, what the f-? Put it away.
Yeah, put this in a
Put
secret
that shit away.
Put this in a secret hallway that there are no rooms next to it. We need to take an elevator and 5 million stairs to get to so that you barely see it.
Yoga, fine.
Oh,
Meditation, fine.
yoga, beautiful on the beach.
Cardio at the Hyatt.
You're gonna pack your gym sneakers. You're gonna miss out on a couple sundresses for gym sneakers.
You're gonna have a disgusting wet pair of leggings to bring home because you sweat? Because you didn't sit up at the gym on vacation?
That is a true crime doc right
Like, you
there.
don't need to show me you're better than me. Just go to bed.
Yeah, go to sleep and do Olympic workouts in the pool, which, by the way, don't do anything. You know when you were a kid and my mom would be like, all right, you girls want to go to the gym Olympic gym workout?
Oh, like a lap pool?
No, no, I mean like
What are
a
you
pool.
talking
Okay. Like when you go to a pool and there's like, what do they call it? Pool workouts? Gym workouts?
Oh my God, like water aerobics for old people?
Yeah, but sometimes I had to go in it. My mom was very intense about working out. And I went in there and your heart rate doesn't even lift a finger. Your heart rate is actually steady. If you were wearing an Apple Watch, you'd be like, you're asleep right now. No, you're in the pool and those women think they're rocking it.
Yeah.
So then they're like, okay, I can eat whatever I want for the rest of the day. But
Yeah.
all they're doing is moving their arms.
Yes, you're
like
right.
they're like, I need help, I'm drowning.
And they're like, I want to get like a tiramisu after
Yeah,
dinner.
all they're thinking about is their next cocktail. And maybe they get it.
And
And
let
it's
me tell
always
ya,
blue.
If you feel like you got to earn it, you already did.
Yeah,
It's hard being alive.
you woke
Eat
up.
the tiramisu.
Exactly. You
This
woke
is-
up.
These are things I have to tell myself. It's hard.
No, you should eat the tiramisu.
Because on vacations, for some reason, indulging, like as an adult, as a kid, I'm like, give me chicken fingers and a sundae. But as an adult, you just feel so like you can't, like you can enjoy yourself, but like, oh, I shouldn't have a croissant for breakfast.
I know.
And
So
what
then
is
when
that?
when should you?
When you're dead?
Exactly. You won't be able to eat when you're dead.
No.
So have a croissant when you're on
Just do
vacation because it's really important.
But also, if you want to work out, I respect it. Just don't do it in front of me.
That was the most Italian mob boss thing I've ever heard.
This is water. I'm drinking
Honestly,
water.
you and me on a vacation would be so fun.
I feel like we would do a good job at having alone time.
Yes, that's okay.
That's
Big thing about
important.
vacation. We're going to take a pause from true crime for a second. Big thing about vacation, which is crazy that these two are in the same episode. You can't always travel with anybody, okay?
There are some people I love,
Love deeply.
and I love hanging out with them on the weekends.
Oh, what a blast.
Or for a good dinner on the week.
Yes, love you.
Don't travel well together.
No. And I think you have to learn that the hard way. I think they're incredible people, but you can't always travel with them because travel is a very personal, vulnerable experience.
Yeah. And sometimes people's like insecurities or like control. Like, I can't travel with my mom. I love her. I'm still gonna do it.
Yes.
But her control tendencies come out.
Yes.
But I mean,
planning.
that goes for everybody. Like, you really see all parts of you when you're traveling.
Yes. And sometimes you want a trip that there's like stuff like, oh, you looked this up and researched it and it's probably going to be great. Awesome.
Yeah.
But I will say it's so important to travel with people who are comfortable with silence
And comfortable with like going with the flow.
and comfortable with going with flow and comfortable with alone time.
Yeah.
That's a big one for me
Yeah.
because my mornings, I love like quiet. I love alone time. I also like going on a walk by myself.
That's good. Yeah.
And it's important to
Yeah.
do.
But you know, like I feel bad. I was harsh on my mom being like, it's hard. But it's
No,
like
it's
you see
fine.
so much. My brother, when we travel, he cares about temperature so much. He's like, it's hot in here. It's really hot in here.
Oh no.
It's really hot.
Oh, and you
The
can't
hotel
control
AC,
that?
God forbid it's not working in my family.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. And then my mom goes into every hotel room and she wants to sniff it out. If she doesn't like the smell of the hotel room, we move hotels. Not hotels, but rooms.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Growing up, we would never bring in our bags. We'd wait for her to like the room.
Are you serious?
She would go, she's a real smell girl.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, if
but not crazy.
Yeah.
There's some rooms that probably smell like there's probably been stuff happening in there.
Ugh, hotel rooms, disgusting.
Yeah.
But I feel so comfortable in all of them.
I love hotel rooms. The biggest thing for my mom is they have to have a safe security box.
Oh, moms love that
deal.
box.
She loves bringing cash on trips. She always tells me, "Amanda, cash is king." And I go, "Don't come to LA because most places are cashless." She loves the secret security box. It's her favorite thing. She goes there, she goes, "Where's the box?" She opens the closet and she goes, "All right, girls, the code, okay? Please don't write this down. Admit it to memory because we don't want anyone to find it."
I cried.
And she puts cash, all of our passports, and like, that's it. No jewelry or anything.
Yeah, I never have anything to put in there.
No, I never put shit in
my
there.
like broken locket from Brandyville. What am I gonna do with it?
I never put shit in there because if they're going in to steal shit, they're gonna just take the box. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, but they make those boxes so they can't open them.
They can't. Well, listen, can't they take the whole box?
But once you get the box, it's so strong. They don't like the idea behind the design of the box is that you can't cut into it.
Robbers steal ATMs, whole ATMs.
Yeah, and then what do? Take a bone saw to it?
Probably. Back to true crime. I'm just kidding.
We should try to take an ATM and see if we can get in it.
Absolutely not.
And then go to jail.
Yeah.
No.
I will say sharing a hotel room with you, though, like we did at VidCon, was so lovely.
Yeah, we're good at it.
We're really good at it because when it's bedtime, it's fucking bedtime. When I go with my sisters, God love her, my little sister, I love her so much. She decides the best time to chat is right after you go, "All right, good night, good night." That's when she starts the conversation. That's when all the conversation that you usually have at the beach when they go, "Hey, you know what? When mom said that thing," and you put your book down and you're like, "I'm ready for this." That's when she starts it. Right when you go, good night, and you've turned and you're like, I'm in the perfect position. She goes, "You know, mom said this thing today." And I'm like, we're not. This isn't happening.
God, sisters are so much better than brothers.
I know.
My brother, we have like an inside joke that now, because now it's like almost disgustingly tradition that every time me and my brother are in a hotel room, he throws his dirty socks at my face. And my dad laughs so hard. It makes my dad so genuinely happy.
So I'm
And then my
worried
brother will
for your
wait.
safety.
My brother will wait till I'm laughing so the sock can land in my mouth. Once I almost barfed because it was so disgusting. That's what it's like having a brother. And then my brother will fart on my pillow. He'll be like, like an
You
adult
can get
man.
pink eye.
You can't. That's not true.
What do you mean? Fart
it
is
true?
poop. Fart is poop particles. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, but poop doesn't. If I rub poop on my eye right now, I wouldn't get pink eye.
Yes, you would.
Just vacation things.
So, guys, don't fart on pillows because you can get pink eye. Also, traveling with a brother is completely
It's
different than
so
traveling with
different.
because with sisters it goes, "That's such a cute dress. Did you pack anything else?
Oh my God.
None of my dresses fit right now. Can I borrow one of yours?" And you go, "Sure.
I'd rather
Please don't sweat in it too much."
See, I would rather a disgusting sock in my face than a girl going, "Are you going to wear that?"
It's never
That's
no,
warfare.
No, the sisters never judge about like what you're wearing, but they always go, "All the stuff I brought is shit. Can I try on your stuff?"
Oh no.
And then you're watching them at dinner and it's a dress that you just took the tag off and they're eating like fries with ketchup and they're talking and the ketchup is like inches away from dropping and you go, "Hey, just don't drop." And they go, "Are you serious right now? Do you really think I would soil your dress?" Wow. So it's different.
Oh my God.
But sisters are way more fun than brothers. I
My
think.
brother and I, though, we travel really well together. We both blast the TV at night when we're sleeping. Are you a TV before bed? Like, we're putting Seinfeld on, and then the AC's blasted. And you know, hotel comforters are huge.
Yeah,
we just, like-
they're heavy.
And that thing's, it's like a Jumbotron.
Wait, we never kept the TV on.
Yeah, because I've gotten better as an adult.
Okay.
But growing up, my brother and I, we would just blast that TV.
So I don't like TV blasted at night. It doesn't like give me comfort.
Oh, yeah. The other night, I couldn't go to sleep, so I had the Crown on. Then I woke up at 5 a.m., and it was like Buckingham Palace blasting in my face.
The Crown?
I sleep to the Crown all the time.
Oh, because it's boring and slow.
And I love it.
Just kidding. It seems like a good show.
You haven't seen it?
Well,
You have to watch it.
I've watched the first season and I was like, excellent.
You have to watch all the seasons.
Really?
Olivia Colman is.
No, I love Olivia.
You have to see it. You have to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Okay.
good.
I'll watch The Crown. That's something that I will watch.
Yeah, but also do you like normal documentaries? Because not just murder documentaries. I like
Yes.
sports docs.
I love sports docs.
Because it's like truth. It's like fun to see people.
I love food documentaries. I love cult documentaries.
Back to the dark.
No, I do. I love really beautiful documentaries. I watched this documentary called 100-Foot Wave. It's actually really good. It's surfers trying to surf a 100-foot wave in all different parts of the world.
wild.
And I think episode 1 is Portugal. And so that made me realize that's why I love true crime, is because you're with the surfer the whole
See, I
time.
love that.
It's his past. It's how he survives surfing because like it's like, do I get a real job or do I spend every single day practicing surfing? So it's like them getting over the
Wow,
100-foot
that's
wave,
crazy.
and that wave can kill you. So it's like
It can?
Yes. 100
I can't look at
foot
you like this.
wave.
100-foot wave.
It's crazy.
That's wild.
So I'll watch that.
Yeah, like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader doc right now. Everyone's obsessed with.
Haven't seen it.
Really good.
Is it good?
Yeah, I love documentaries about like athletes, like trying to like do something that's really difficult.
I think that's another thing. I think we love people. I love seeing people
That's it.
so deep in their job, in their element, and they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then when they come to a conclusion, it is like, oh, epic.
Oh, there's a Missy Copeland. Nope. Missy Copeland, right? Misty Copeland. She is a documentary. She's a ballerina, one of the first black ballerinas in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And she is her athleticism, and you see her wake up, and you see her like just that is so fun.
Ballerinas are they're incredible.
Incredible.
Wow.
That stuff is fun. So yeah, it feels like any type of like people, truth.
So
And
we
it's-
kind of figured out our true crime obsession.
yeah, I think it's less about the
crime.
I like the trial. I love the lawyers. I love when they're all stressed and
too.
working together. It's very fascinating.
What's one that you're watching right now? Is there one that you're on right now?
Right now I haven't had time to do because I like to binge them. Do you binge them?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I haven't
Must.
had a free like couple days to just like turn off and binge one
Yeah.
in a bit. But I'm right now really obsessed with Below Deck, which is a Bravo
Oh
show.
yeah. We've talked about this.
And I don't know
And
why.
Do you want to explain why you're obsessed with Below Deck?
Yeah, I think. Well, I watched all of Vanderpump and I'm out, right? And I love Housewives. I love Vanderpump. I love Summer House. I love shows where like people are drinking and they make stupid mistakes. And I like when people have big egos and they're fighting. I read somewhere it's like the best characters are the ones who are view themselves differently than the way other people view them.
Oh yeah,
right?
they're not self-aware.
Yeah, right.
Best
And that's what I love about like crazy housewives being like insane. But Below Deck right now I'm watching. It's one of the like good Bravo shows, but less popular.
So good.
It's so freaking good. I'm watching it only because I just am busy right now, so I like to watch like these people hustling.
So she's busy right now. She can't really have a life a little bit.
Well, I'm just at Smosh during the day, and then I'm doing Star Kid rehearsals for this musical at night. So I just don't have a lot of time. So if I'm watching Vanderpump and they're all just like hanging out, I'm like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah. So you want to watch Below Deck where they're up at the ass crack of dawn working their ass off. So you're like,
And they're like trucking oysters, and they're like, oh, we get a day off in 6 days. Yeah. And they're just like all bonding, and I think it's such a good show. Are you watching any true
I
crime
love
right now?
Below Deck. I'm not watching any true crime right now, but I am listening to true crime.
What are you listening to?
I actually went ahead and got myself a little gift, and I downloaded the Wondery app because I love Wondery so much.
I love Wondery. Dr.
Wondery-
Death.
Dr. Death, freaking
I love
The Shrink Next Door.
The Shrink Next Door is so good. These are podcasts on Wondery that are based. They're true. They're like journalism podcasts.
Yes, exactly. And all of the hosts are journalists, and I love them. And also Shit Town. Remember Shit Town?
Shit S-Town was so good.
So good.
What else?
There's so much. Oh, there's one.
I Love You to Death or something like that. What's the one?
Oh yeah, I Love You to Death. I
Or
think
the one of like the There's a lot of good Wondery.
Also, there's one about the one I'm listening to right now is called Cold, and it's like cold cases,
Oh, that's
obviously. And cold cases are a little tough. There's one that I listened to called Who Killed Daphne, the most insane podcast I've ever listened to in my life.
Did you listen to the one about the Black Dahlia?
Yes, I listened to that. The Black Dahlia frustrates me.
Yeah.
But I don't think I finished it.
Yeah.
But the Who Killed Daphne is all about a journalist in Malta who gets murdered and what she was trying to uncover about Malta.
Oh,
And it is
no.
political. It is so wild, and her sons are fighting for justice.
Oh, I will listen to that.
So I'm not really watching. I'm listening.
Yeah, those
right
are
now.
good. That's good.
But I'm watching The Bear right now,
Okay, love that.
and that's drama.
Yeah,
They
that's
say it's a comedy, but this season is a drama.
really.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch this season.
So yeah, so that's my vibe. But I don't watch that on vacation.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I like to watch I don't watch a lot of TV on vacation.
except when you blast it at night.
Yeah, except when I blast it at night. At VidCon, we watched. We were getting ready in the morning for our meet and greet, and I put some TV on just in the background, and we watched Hoarders.
We watched Hoarders. Hard show to watch.
Hard show to
We
watch.
also watched all of the bits of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days because it was on the TV
Yeah.
for 4 days.
For
and
4
every
days
time we
straight.
would turn it on, it was a different part of the movie.
That's what I love about hotel TV. It's the same
Same
stuff.
movie.
Same thing
movie.
over again. You're like, oh, Pretty Woman's on again.
Oh, I love Pretty
I
Woman.
love that one.
Someone told me that I look like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman right now.
What do you mean right now?
So hear me out. Big mistake.
Now in your
Huge.
big mistake.
If you
Huge.
guys aren't seeing, I look nothing like Julia Roberts right now. But we wish I also look like White Lotus.
Yes, that's a
Tommy
good one.
said I look more just white,
Minus the Lotus.
minus the Lotus. I also love that show.
I want to thank you for bringing me on your vacation with you. This is really nice.
I want to say thank you so much for coming on my vacation.
Oh, what a blast. And I hope Shayne is vacationing somewhere and enjoying himself.
Me too.
But we didn't even have to go anywhere. We didn't even have to board a plane.
Truly. And maybe he never comes back.
What?
What?
That's a true crime I watch. YouTuber gone missing?
Oh,
kidding.
I didn't
Of
say
course
that. I'm 6 martinis deep, and the ship is
awful
about
joke.
to leave without us.
Guys, we have to board the Royal Caribbean because we're going to Cozumel. And tonight is fancy night on the ship. So we're going to get dressed up.
Guys, it's fancy night, and we're going to see the same improvisers do the same improvised Shakespeare show on the ship.
We can't wait to see it. They're great.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. And also, put in the comments your little vacation stories. And if you haven't gone on vacation, save a little bit of money if you can. And just get in the car and drive 30 minutes and go look at a different place.
Or
And that's
heck,
a vacation.
just buy a big hat.
Or heck,
And
buy
drink
a big hat.
Buy a big hat and drink water out of a silly glass. That's what we did today, and that felt like a vacay.
Yeah, you literally don't have to do anything. Grab your bestie and frickin' put on some sunglasses and
And just,
vibe. All right.
love y'all.
Love y'all. We'll see you later. We got to catch.
We gotta catch an 100-foot wave. Careful, we'll die.
Bye.